hope you guys can see that easily. Texas is definitely known for their oil field trucks. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. We always see them down here. That's a 4-axle wide hood Kenworth with a 3-axle Jeep and then a 4-axle trailer. I don't know how heavy those things are that they're pulling. I didn't ask, but if you could see from here, I can't zoom in on the GoPro, but yeah, that wide hood, they cut the sides of the hood off to get more. Well, they don't cut them. They come like that. Although I guess the factory cuts them. Whatever, you get it. The fucking side of the hood doesn't have a side of the hood. It's open, so all that air can keep cooling that hard-working motor. So that's some cool stuff. Seeing heavy stuff, wide stuff like that, especially in Texas. They get pretty heavy on 5-axle setups. Actually, yeah, that was a 4-axle trailer, 3-axle Stinger, 4-axle truck. So that's 11-axle setup. He was definitely hauling some weight, that's for sure. What up? Just coming to you again. What up? Yeah, just coming to you guys again. Still rolling north, up the 287. Really like northwest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 287 north. It's not 287 west. Anyway, there's a few things I've noticed along this trip up the 287, and I notice it most times when I drive the 287, is a lot of people pulled over by local sheriff, highway patrol, or here it's state patrol in Texas. But yeah, just a lot of people pulled over on the 287. And the one thing you notice is it's all going northbound. And a long time ago, it was, I think it was truck stop counter talk. You know, where I was having dinner at the diner and was BSing with another driver who, and I like to sit by older drivers. You know, when you ask them how long you've been driving, it's 20 or 30 plus years. And more often than not, I like to talk with owner-operators who are leased on to the same carrier I am, or possibly Mercer, or independent, completely independent with their own authority. I like to twist those guys' ears. And I'm pretty sure I was having dinner up in Amarillo, and I was talking with this guy about the 287. And this was over a year ago, pre-COVID times, when we didn't have to sit 6 feet apart at the diners. Texas is pretty normal, actually. Texas was the first place I dined in again since COVID. And I was dining in Texas back in March. And I think they did the shutdowns in like the flatten the curve, close stuff in February, I believe, right? Anyway, this driver told me that the 287 is, and has always been, or was famous for, being a smuggling lane. Drug smuggling, human trafficking. So the suspicious vehicles would always get pulled over running up 287. And so if you're speeding, and you got to be speeding to get pulled over out here, because the speed limit's 70. But yeah, if you get pulled over, if you're speeding, you're just adding like one more thing for that officer to look at. Not just trucks, but like, I haven't seen trucks pulled over today, just four-wheelers. But like in Childress, Texas, there's always a speed trap. I haven't gone through Childress yet. Wichita Falls, I saw 2 cars pulled over, one before and one after the city. So like, yeah, it's just, it kind of, every time I run the 287, I take notice how many people are pulled over, and how often it is. And it is every time I run 287 in the daytime. At night, you don't see too much. But yeah, I just thought I'd add that there was some history for the 287 north, because it's kind of the main route up to Amarillo from Laredo, you know, down south at the border of Brownsville, Texas. Right, those are right at the Mexico border. You hop up, get out of the southern tip down there of Texas. You run up the 35, you bounce over, and you take the 287 out, and or out of Dallas, the 287, just straight out of it. And it's kind of the main leg that gets you to Amarillo, up to Denver, Wichita Falls, and then up to Oklahoma City. So it's a main lane for spreading out of Texas. And then once you hit the 40, you can go to like Flagstaff, Arizona, and so on and so forth also. So yeah, there's a history for this 287 lane being a drug smuggling and human trafficking lane. At least that's what I heard from some truck stop counter talk. So if you're ever traveling on it, you're not familiar, if you're not a truck driver, or if you are a truck driver and you don't drive it too often, be sure to keep your foot out of it, because there's always highway patrol or local county, call them county mounties. They're always keeping an eye on you through this one. So, well, until I come back at you, maybe with some head cam footage next, probably tomorrow. We'll talk to you then.